Hello guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna do two methods of filtering water which you can use on a hike, on a camping or in a survival situation. For both methods we're gonna use plastic bottle, and I think that's very good because plastic bottles are rubbish everywhere. It's on the islands, washed up on the beach, or basically you can find plastic bottles anywhere in the nature. It's not that hard in those times, which is sad, but it's reality. So first thing we need to do is to cut one plastic bottle in half. Now we're gonna need to grab some moss. Look at that. Moss is a perfect material for filtering water. Basically moss is a key thing for filtering water because the structure of the moss will gonna keep all the sediment and it's gonna purify the water. Okay, now we're gonna put moss inside of the bottle. Not that much. It's good to squeeze there as much moss as you can. Okay, we also need to leave some space for other things. So I'm just trying to push it down so it's more thick. And for water it's not gonna be so easy to come through, which basically means that bigger particles, sediment will stay in the moss. Second material we're gonna need is some grass. So I'm just gonna grab some grass from the ground. Okay, I think that's enough. And now we're gonna put all this grass into this bottle. So that's the second layer. And third material, which is the last we're gonna use for this method, are rocks. First we're gonna put some small rocks inside, and then we're gonna use a bigger rocks. So now, as you can see, we have small rocks inside on the grass, and on the top we're gonna put these bigger rocks. Something like this. And this is a very simple thing that you can basically make anywhere. Look at this. And now this part we're just gonna put on this part. Look at that. This water is so dirty. And what we're gonna do right now is to slowly pour the water to our filter. The reason why I'm pouring that water slowly is that I don't want that water to rush quickly through the moss, but I want it to slowly pour through the structure of the moss because I want all the sediment to stay in the moss. Look at that. That was just the first round, and you can already see that the water is much clearer. So to make it even more clearer, we're gonna do a second round. And again, just slowly pouring the water through the moss. And you can do this multiple times, you know. Each time the water is gonna be clearer. Look at this, much better. Okay, third round, because I'm curious how clear this water can be, so we're just gonna keep going and we'll see if we can have like actually like totally clear water. So this is how the water looks after 3 rounds. I think it's pretty clear. I mean, there is still a bit of color, it's not totally clear, but we can keep going. Right now I'm doing 4th round and I'm doing it very slowly. I want that water very slowly soaked through that moss. Okay guys, so I poured that water 5 times through this moss filter and look how clear water we actually have. It's still not crystal clear, but when I compare this with the water in the river, you're gonna see a big difference. I'm gonna show you. Okay guys, look at that. On the right side you can see the water from river, how much sediment is in there, and on the left side that's the water we poured through that moss. But even we put 5 times this water through that filter, most of the sediment is gone, but the filter is not gonna kill the bacteria and viruses, so definitely don't forget to boil this water before you're gonna drink it. That's a very important thing. Okay guys, it's time to do a method number 2. For this we're gonna need some plastic bottles and a piece of bandage. So I just cut those 2 pieces of bandage. This water is really a lot of sediment, it's really dirty. So right now we're gonna put this bandage into this dirty water. Okay, now this is another piece into this one. So this is how it looks, and now we just have to wait. I don't know how long. I'm just gonna come back after maybe half an hour and we'll see. Look at this. Can you see those drops? It's already dripping. Okay, so I came back after 1 hour and this is how much water we have. Look at this. This water is, it's almost absolutely clear. This is the dirty water. All the sediment is mostly on the bottom, but you can see it's much more gray than this water. And also when we're gonna check this, look at that, all the sediment is stuck on this bandage. So here is still a bit sediment, and as it goes down it's still more clear, but we still don't have any water in this one, so I probably have to wait more time, probably a few more hours. This was like a 1 hour, maybe 2 more hours, and we'll have some water here. So this process definitely works, but it's a bit slower. But I think the water we just filtered, it's more clear than in the first method. One simple tip that I noticed is that, so when you're gonna put this bandage into the bottle, make sure that you're gonna put almost the whole piece into the water first and then leave it like this, because when I first didn't make this bandage wet, the water was not climbing up on this bandage and then down, it was just staying somewhere here. I don't really know why. There is probably a bit of physics also, but when you make sure that this bandage is wet, at least up to here, the water just start to flow. And look at this, I just noticed that it already started dripping into this small jar. So I'll probably come back next hour or 2 and we will see. Okay guys, so I'm back after another hour and let's see how much water we have. Look at this. This is how much water we produced, we filtered. This is the original water, and look at this bandage. It's full of dirt, full of sediment. Look at this water. Basically, it's almost crystal clear. So both methods are definitely working. You can choose which one you want to use. In the first technique, that one is much faster, but the water was not that clear as this one. This is much clearer, but this process took me like probably 4 hours, and this is the amount of water we produced, we filtered. But if I want, I can let it sit there and it's still gonna be dripping. So with those two methods you can easily filter water basically anywhere. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something useful, and I'm gonna see you next Saturday. Ciao!